All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 473 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And, this is going to be a pretty special, pretty, awesome week of football because it starts off with Georgia Southern and the Atlanta Falcons playing on the same day. I find that very, very fascinating. And it's going to be really cool to see watching both of these teams pretty much play at the same time. And I get to give my thoughts and opinions on both teams at the same time. To me, I think that's really, really, really unique. I can't remember another time where both teams played on the same day. And for this show to have both teams that we talk about both teams to be playing at the same time is going to be really, really, really cool. So I'm definitely going to be in on this. If this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I want to thank you guys for the support and all the great things that has been going on over here. The numbers have been looking pretty good. People have been listening on the podcast avenue, and it's just been a great time. I do have a locals account, vfballers.locals.com, if you want to check that out. And all the other stuff is linked down in the description. We also have a new affiliate with First and Frame Race is the BetUS app or the BetUS site where you can bet on games. And before I get into these two games, I want to talk about the two games that are here. The Atlanta Falcons are 3-point favorites. And I think that a good chance that they will run away with this game. They should win more by 3. So I'm taking the points over there. And if you do sign up for US bets with the link that I have, the affiliate link, if you put in $100, you get 125% sportsbook bonus on your ledger, so you can look at other games that you want to see. Maybe you want to look at the Georgia Southern game where Georgia Southern is a 3-point underdog. Now, Georgia Southern has no business being a 3-point underdog, I'm going to be honest, because they put up a lot of numbers. But we're going to talk about this game and the Atlanta Falcons game and why I think they should both win these games. So why not, see if the Georgia Southern will cover. If not, just flat out win the game, because with BetUS, you can bet not just the money line or the spread. You can bet on all type of aspects of the actual, the actual game. First quarter, second quarter, how many points score here? Will it be a safety? Will it be a fumble? Who's going to fumble? Will the game end in a tie? How many overtimes will it be for the college game? Will the game end up in a tie for the Falcons game? It's so much you can do with that. Once again, click the link down in the description and start your account. If you put in $100, you get 125% bonus for your sports book. You can't do any better than that, in my opinion. And like I said, there's other games that are going to be going on, and not only just in football, but other sports as well. So click that link and let's go ahead and get into the show. The Atlanta Falcons pretty much are in the driver's seat still, in first place, somewhat tied with Tampa Bay. But this is a crucial game for the Atlanta Falcons. Even though the Carolina Panthers are 2-7, we win this game, we pretty much could be back in the driver's seat and doing things in the division. Now, I talked about this in another episode that there are some things that the Falcons need to clean up. And I'm looking at Marcus Mariota, a lot at Marcus Mariota. But the thing about Marcus is if you look at his numbers look really good. But it's just the time that he makes plays, sometimes they're not there, or the plays that he do make is or the plays that he don't make are highlighted because they happened at a certain time. The wild game of the Carolina Panthers when they came to Atlanta, that was something that was pretty much, it was just something to behold, because the Falcons Carolina game of last couple weeks ago was like crazy. You know how that ended. Helmet comes off, missed the field goals. The Falcons find a way. Koo comes in and kicks the game-winning field goal, 37-34. That was a pretty cool win, in my opinion. And we had to go back and do it again. And I think this time it's going to be a little bit different. I think P.J. Walker is going to be starting. But with that being said, I don't think the team is not even as strong as they were before. I think the Falcons with Cordell Patterson coming back does make this team a lot more potent, not only with the running game, but a little bit with the passing too. the thing about this game at the end of the day, I'm not going to say much about the Carolina Panthers because there's not much there to talk about. But if anything that we need to do is definitely Marcus Mariota just need to make clutch plays. He need to throw the ball where his receivers could catch it. And I haven't talked about this much, but Kyle Pitts need to do something as well. Kyle Pitts need to act like he wants to get the ball, because there are certain instances when I look where Kyle Pitts like he wasn't really into it. That needs to change. We would like to see that change because he could be a dominant force in this game and in other games that other games that we are going to play down the road. I love the play of Tyler Algier, though. He has stepped up big time. He looks like he's going to be a formidable running back for this Atlanta Falcons for years to come. I love what he's done so far. He's been running very well. Him and Caleb Huntley, and you also have Cordell Patterson that goes back there, and he looked like a man possessed this past game. I just wish that we were able to run the ball a little bit better. I wish we would run the ball a little bit more because we had a chance to really win this game against the Chargers, but that's another story for another day. Don't want to go too far back on that. It is now basically just talking about the Carolina Panthers, and I think we can get them. I think this is going to be a pretty good game for us. I think we should be able to put ourselves in the position to really run away with this game. Even with, AJ Terrell being questionable, I'm not sure that he's going to play. And even if he doesn't, we should be all right because DJ Moore is really that guy for the Carolina Panthers. And we can find a way to slow him down a little bit or even just match what the Carolina Panthers do. We should be all right. So, like I said, we're 3-point favorites. We should be okay in this game. Take the points, in my opinion. And we should be all right. I don't expect Carolina to cover on this game, even though the last game was kind of wild and crazy. Before we get out of here, let's go ahead and jump over to the Georgia Southern Eagles. I'm going to do a little bit of flip side of this because I want to give Louisiana a little bit of credit. I really do. And there's two guys that are on this team that I want to give credit to. Not so much their defense, but it's their offense. Because I really feel that Georgia Southern offense should be able to play very well against their defense. It's not many people that I could see that's actually going to, make me a game changer to slow down this offense that we have. If anything, like I said, I already said I wasn't going to talk about the defense, but if I do have to pick one person, is Trahan, the safety. Once again, they have a safety just like South Alabama has a safety. Braylon Trahan is a guy that really can do some things. He has 4 interceptions on the season, 1 pass defended, and 22 solo tackles. He's been playing fairly well this season. So that's somebody we may need to look out for. Outside of that, I don't see anything here that's going to stick out to say, oh, we better be careful. Yes, Hill Green does have 6.5 sacks on the season, but with the offensive line like we have, I'm not really worried about that. We only gave up 3 sacks so far this season. I'm not going to say that we're going to be fine because I don't want to be like another person, the Old Dominion guy on Twitter that said that they were going to be all right in the offensive line and they're going to run through our offensive line and get nothing. I don't want to jinx ourselves, but I don't think that it's going to be that big of a deal where we're going to be have pass protection problems. Also, I feel like we'll be able to run the ball okay. And I think that's the thing that I'm going to stick with that. Trahan and, like I said, Trahan, and you also looking at Hill Green, maybe Montecriff a little bit as well. But the 2 guys on offense I really want to talk about is Chris Smith, the running back. He's nobody. I mean, he's somebody that we've seen before, and he's a guy that actually can produce at a high level. As a sophomore, he ran for 855 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's a little bit backslid a little bit, but he's still on pace to do the same thing. Right now, he's at 408 yards. He only has 2 touchdowns this year, though. But he has more yards receiving than he did last year. So as far as the run game go, this is the guy we need to be worried about. Stand at 5'9", 200 pounds. He's built very similar to Ladarius Webb, the guy who we had a problem with last game. But I'm not going to say that we're not going to have a problem with this running back, but we're really bad in the run game. So, boy, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. He really is, in my opinion. Another person, that we've seen play before. Michael Jefferson, the wide receiver, 6'4", 205 out of Mobile, Alabama. He came from another school. I think he was at a FCS program and moved up. And even though 2021 wasn't his best season, but I've seen him make some good plays in 2021. He only had 18 receptions for 481 yards, 4 touchdowns. This year, he's almost doubled that. 36 catches for 616 and 5 touchdowns. So he's come up, he stepped up to be the player that I pretty much thought he would be when I heard about his size and the way he was playing in 2021. Haven't watched much in 2022, but these are the two guys definitely going to be watching out for. Now, as far as our defensive line has done fairly well. Our defensive line has done very well starting to get at the quarterback. We did a pretty good job getting at South Alabama's quarterback. I'm not going to say that we'll be able to get at the quarterback they have now, Woolridge. I'm not really sure if they'll be able to get to him. But if we continue to step up on defense the way we've been playing, we should be all right as far as passing, because we do have some pass rush. We have a little bit of it, but we do have some. One guy who did step up, I can't remember his name. I'll pull it up in a second. It's on it'll be on the screen. But he stepped up in a big way as a freshman, getting a couple of pressures and a couple of sacks on the quarterback for South Alabama. Woolridge has a pretty good he has a pretty good touchdown to interception ratio. 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, already threw for almost 1,500 yards, and he looks pretty solid. And with a guy like Michael Jefferson, he's going to look pretty solid. Anybody else to note, I will give the tight end. The tight end Neil Johnson is another guy who may want to look out for. But other than that, everyone else is pretty solid. Nothing that really stand out. Michael Jefferson is the leading receiver far and away. I mean, I think the next close to him is Johnson, but he's almost 400 yards behind him. So he's probably going to be that guy that they're going to be targeting. So that's something that we really need to look at the end of the day. For us, it's just business as usual on the offensive side. We really need to just get on board and start running our offense again. We do that, we'll be just fine. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll have no problem if we can do that. The guy that I want, the kid that I want to mention, Deshaun Davis, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, had 2 sacks in the last game. So if he can continue to do what he do with the questionable situation, I think Justin Ellis is going to be fine. I don't remember following up with his entire injury status. But Davis came in and did some things. He did some really good things. 2 sacks. So I want to see more of that from him. But at the end of the day, a lot of our freshman guys have stepped up and did pretty well. You had, Deshaun Davis. Bashawn Wembley has been doing good. Latrell Bullard has been playing pretty well. On top of that, he has 20 total tackles. Jet came in with a block punt in one game. Dalen Cobb is showing what he can do. Marcus Sanders, he's probably going to be playing a little bit more because of the injury to Jeremy Singleton. So we have guys here that can continue to do some things. The main thing for us is we just need to continue to just play the way that we play. That is it. Just continue to play the way we play. That last 2 quarters of the South Alabama game is that needs to be a thing of the past. We need to get back to what we've been doing. Scoring 40 points, passing for 300, 400, 500 yards. Make some things happen where we're going to be in control of these games offensively, where we can have our way with these defenses. And I think against Louisiana, we should be able to do so. So at the end of the day, I feel like both of these teams, I think that the Falcons should run away with the game, should take the 3 points for the Falcons. If you're going to bet on my site, on my link of BetUS, that'll be a perfect time to do so. And fairly for both of these teams, because Georgia Southern, they're the 3-point underdogs. I definitely think they're going to cover that. Hell, you can even go money line and probably think they're going to win and make you a little bit more money on that. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty good night. I'm really excited about it. I will be back and I will do a live. I'll probably end up doing a live or a video that reacts like I normally do to both of these teams' performance. So that's what I'll be doing. Not sure if I do a live yet. I may do one. Don't hold me to that. I may do one, But that'll be, if so, it will be on my YouTube or Rumble. You can check that out, and we'll talk about both of these games and give you my thoughts and opinions. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Podcast Avenue as well. Do that because one of these avenues may be down. YouTube may not upload the podcast, but Rumble may have it. Rumble may not have it, but Anchor has it. Anchor may have it, but Apple don't. So it's good to just subscribe to all of them, and when you do that, you won't miss none of these episodes. I also have a locals account where we'll be talking about sports and sports gaming. That's VF Baller Sports and Gaming.locals.com. We're definitely going to be going over there and doing some things over there throughout the week. I haven't set up anything yet but an intro video, so if you guys go over there, that's what you will see. Also, BetUS. Go over there to BetUS and have a ball. Go over there and put some money out there and see if you can win. You put $100 down, you get 125% bonus for your sports book, and that's just going to be the beginning. You can go out there and double your money, make some money, win some of these bets. It's not bad. I use it, and I've been doing a little bit of dibbling and dabbling there. I haven't won a lot, but I won something. So, like I said, the link is down in the description. Check all that stuff out, and I will see you guys on Thursday. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on the games. I'll give you all the other stuff in between, and we'll just go from there. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Peace.